Caitlin wants more. Caitlin Clark should part ways with current shoe brand according to WNBA podcaster. Caitlin Clark may be better off canceling her promotion deal with Nike and shift to smaller brands, at least one podcaster believes. With the Indiana Fever star yet to have her signature collection from Nike, is it really time to move on? In one of the episodes of the Money Mike's syndicated podcast, the topic of Clark singing with a name as huge as Nike was raised, and it was questioned whether this would be beneficial to her brand or not. Sometimes when you get in corporate enterprise business, you understand one thing, Mike said during his podcast. You understand it very well that sometimes there's clients who are not suited for the platform and architecture that you have designed at Nike. According to the podcaster, Caitlin's fast-paced personality fits smaller brands more, as smaller companies would be able to produce more designs and more new work with a faster turnaround time, which could fit more with how Clark may want it. They are better suited off with a smaller brand so they can get the attention that they need because it looks like Caitlin and wants commercials, Mike added. Caitlin wants more, Caitlin wants to shoe, Caitlin wants all these things designed immediately well. That's what one of the smaller brands can do like Adidas. Mike also highlighted another reason why Caitlin Clark could be better off working with any smaller sports brand other than Nike. Despite Clark being a household name from college basketball and now in the WNBA, the multi-billion-dollar company still has bigger and more expensive names under their roster, and that could mean that Clark would have to fight her way up to get more of the Nike spotlight compared to other brand names. Caitlin Clark reportedly not joining Unrivaled. While the WNBA is off-season, a new women's basketball league will launch in January 2025. Unrivaled, a 3-on-3 women's basketball league, will feature a roster of 36 players. Popular names like Angel Reese, Brittany Griner, Jewel Lloyd, Chelsea Gray, Kelsey Plum, and more joining. However, despite the long-running hype around Caitlin Clark joining, it seems that the Indiana Fever stars finally decided not to push through with the league after all, if recent reports are to be believed. This leaves uncertainty as Unrivaled has yet to fill in the last 2 slots to complete its 36-player roster. Caitlin Clark has been busy with her off-season activities so far and will be a guest speaker for a Women's Sports Awards luncheon in Kansas City, Missouri, on February 2025. However, despite the long-running hype around Caitlin Clark joining, it seems that the Indiana Fever star has finally decided not to push through with the league after all, if recent reports are to be believed. This leaves uncertainty as Unrivaled has yet to fill in the last 2 slots to complete its 36-player roster. Caitlin Clark has been busy with her off-season activities so far and will be a guest speaker for a Women's Sports Awards luncheon in Kansas City, Missouri, on February 2025.